Okay, so today we are going to discuss about layout managers. So I think almost you are known about the components as well as their layout managers. So the components, I think it's a group of class which belong to the class component, and these classes are very much powerful to deal with buttons, menus, sliders, text fields. On the other hand, layout managers, it's also a group of class which are important for managing layout within window in various ways. Uh, today we are going to see about that one only. So I will directly share my screen. So before that, I need to check whether so I will give rights to that. Okay, so am I audible? So I just want to know how many of active members are there right now. So I think most of the people they are submitted their homeworks. I think almost maximum number of submissions for the homework I seen in that. That's good. So I think I just want some reply. How many active participants are there right now? So can you give your response whether it's at audible? Yes, people, can you give your responses? Okay, Chandan, right? Abhijay. Okay, thank you for those who are giving their reply. Okay, thank you for. Okay, so I will continue with today's discussion. Okay, right. Okay, so in today's discussion, we are going to see about this one. That is in our discussion because these days we are discussing about this one, that is GUI. How can we build a GUI for Java based applications? So for that we are already seeing about this one, that is introduction to AWT. AWT is nothing but abstract window toolkit programming. So I think in previous class we are discussed more about that AWT is used to create applications. So generally we can use to create a user interface for an application. Okay, so in that we are discussed more about some of the classes which is present in that Java AWT package. So even we are discussed more about that component and containers which are there in that AWT package. And now in today's discussion, we are going to discuss about this one. On this is this that is the layout and component managers. Uh, so I think almost I given that brief introduction about this, about the layout managers, and both layout managers as well as the component are same as to create menus, sliders, text field, labels, buttons, and all. So here in that they are given in Java, layout managers are used to arrange components in a particular manner. Okay, whereas the layout manager is an interface that is implemented by all the classes of layout managers, and these are all the classes which they represent, that is java.awt.border layout, flow layout, grid layout, chord layout, grid bag layout, box layout, group layout, scroll panel layout, and spring layout. I think you all know that what is the difference in this AWT as well as the swing. and most of the construction which is that is construction of an application which is arranged based on these two. So initially in first layout, that is border layout, in this is they used to arrange the components in five regions in border layout. What are all that region? That is north, east, west, and south, and center. So these are all the regions of border layout. So each region may contain one component only. It is a default layout of a frame or a window. So, and I think the border layout provides five constants for each region. That is this one, that is public static final int north, and same as for the remaining regions, that is south, east, west, and center. Okay, and what are the constructors of a border layout class? So I think so border layout, it creates a border layout, but with no gaps between the components. I think you all know that what are all the components. So the components is nothing but checkbox, text field, text area, and buttons. So these are all the components. So so the border layout which creates a border layout but with no gaps between the components, whereas this border layouts in horizontal gap or in vertical gap, it creates a border layout which given in horizontal and vertical gaps between that components. Okay, whether if you want to place some position over there in that. So I think they given this border.java. So this is the code. So import java.awt, and here we have mentioned this class border. So inside that we are given that jframe f, so which is java dot swing dot jframe. So even an extended version of java.awt.frame that adds the supports for jfc swing component architecture. So we need to create this first. We'll run this. So it will shows an output of this one, that is it will create the button where north, south, east, west, and center, and it will shows that border layout dot north, south, east, west, and center. It will create the border layout as they shown here. So J border layout int horizontal gap comma V gap, that is vertical gap over there. So I think they are not mentioned this. So So it has five borders, that is B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5. So border 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think. So I think this output only we have seen in that. So it will split into different borders, that is north, east, west, and south, and most center too. So even in that they are given, they are created as a button. So same like you can create other layouts too, because normally these type of thing we have need to create different layouts in that front end of an application. Here they are creating using buttons in this example. By using this J button, it will split different borders in that. In this example, and next is this one, that is grid layout. So in this grid layout, it is used to arrange the components in the rectangular grids. That is one component is displayed in each rectangle, whereas the same which we are mentioned here. So and constructors of grid layout class is grid layout, which creates a grid layout with one column per component in a row. So in border layout, it will use to fill this one, that is normally this border layout which will create no gaps between the components. Whereas if you want gaps between that components, see, I think in this example they are not given any gaps over there, so that they will use this border layout as it is. And if you want to use any gaps between that components, then you can use this J border layout, uh, in horizontal gap, comma vertical gap. So if you use that, definitely I think there is some gap between that buttons. So same as that, in grids it will splits into rows and columns, where it can create a grid layout with given rows and columns, but no gaps between that components in that. So if you want to gap between that rows and columns, then you might have specify this grid layout in rows, columns, followed by horizontal and vertical gaps. And let me see how was this output of a grid layout. So in this grid layout, they are given the same, like they will create how many buttons, totally 9 buttons. So which is named as labeled as 1, 2, 3 till 9. And so almost this add will be given for all the I think even in first also we will use that add, that is adding button into that frame. So for that we are used to use this add over there. So after this button, once it was been declared, and once we are add, we need to set the set layout followed by this grid layout. What is that? In that it has to creating that grid layout of 3 row and 3 columns over there. Suppose if you want to modify it, we can test it that also. So in this example, they are creating the grid layout of 3 row and 3 columns over here. Okay, so So we'll run this. Okay, once we run that particular code, we'll get 9 buttons. That is, it will split the components 3 by 3 grid layout. So I think 9 grids are there. So each will be separates in 3 by 3, 3 rows and 3 columns over here. So I think it will split by rows and columns. So it will split the row by column over there. So for in row 3 and in column also 3. So it will split in this arrangement. So all will be creates separate grids and all will be act as a button over here because it will creates the 9 different buttons and labeled as 1 to 9 over there. So even if you are given some other name, so even I think we have used this particular any names for that button, you can also give that so that it will display respectively whatever we are giving here. Okay, so so this is what grid layout. So it will creates a grid layout with given rows and columns and in between no gaps and all because we are not mention any gaps inside that. If you want a gap, then we can use to mention in that. So that is grid layout. Okay, so next is flow layout. In this flow layout, it is used to arrange the components in a line one after another, that is in a flow. It is default layout of a applet or a panel. Okay, so here this all the fields of a flow layout class. What are all that flow? That is flow from left, right, center, leading and trailing. So these are all the flow layout class. And what are all the constructor of flow layout class? So even for each and every layout, you must know about what are all the constructors. So how can we declare with that? Because that is very important to code. So here in this constructors of flow layout classes, flow layout method over there. So creates a flow layout with centered alignment and the default 5 unit horizontal and vertical axis. So So actually, sorry for the interruption. So it's a power problem over here. So that's what it's happened. So okay. So as we are discussing about different layouts over there. So initially we are discussed border layout and followed by a grid layout and flow layout. So before that, so think in this they are given different description over that about this flow layout classes. So we'll just to show that. So before that, I just need to open that. Just to So in flow layout, these are the constructors. That is flow layout constructor and flow layout int align, which creates a flow layout with given alignment and default unit horizontal and vertical gaps will be there. So if you need some more gaps, so then you can use to give flow layout int align comma horizontal and vertical gap which has need to mention. Okay, so if you need some more gap more than manual, then you can I think it's think I not saved. I think so. So that's what it's happened. We'll check with that. Here this is flow layout. So in that they are using this region that is five buttons over there. So what are that regions which they are mentioned, that is left, right, center, leading and trailing. So normally it will create a flow layout with a centered alignment and default 5 unit horizontal and vertical gap will be there while we are using this. And even in between also it has some unit horizontal and vertical gap between that flow. Okay, so generally this flow layout which is used to arrange the components in a line one after another in a flow. So let me check with this how it is. So here it has five buttons, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have set the layout. Along with that, we used to given that flow layout dot right. This value indicates that each row of components should be right justified. So I think it will flow from right. So I will create the source because it was opened in download. So I just create that class over in this. So my flow layout. There is they mentioned here. So I will run this. Okay, so once we run this, it will align that flow layout at right. So even we'll check with some other. Here we have some other layout class also there, that is left, center, leading and trailing. So where we can test with this left alignment too. Uh, if we use this, I think it will comes with left alignment. Suppose if you use this, then it was in this center alignment, and it will create buttons over here because here they are mentioned buttons in this flow. So that's what up to this constructors of flow layout class. And next is box layout. So here it has mentioned in boxes. So here it has shown this box layout. So the box layout is used to arrange the components either vertically or horizontally for the purpose of box layout, which provides four constants. What are all that four constants? That is public static final, int, x-axis, y-axis, line axis, and page axis. And this border layout class is found in javax.swing package. So whereas which is not mentioned in any of this before layouts, as we seen in this is border layout as well as grid layout as well as flow layout. Here they are mentioned this box layout where we have found in this package, that is javax.swing package. And these are all the classes which is being mentioned in this box layout class, that is x-axis, y-axis, line axis, and page axis. And the constructor of box layout class is this one, that is box layout container c int axis, that which is mentioned here. It will create a box layout that arranges the components with the given axis, whether it will be arranged in x-axis, y-axis, line axis, or a page axis. So here this is an example of box layout class with y-axis. So it has mentioned here in this five buttons. So I think this is what the uh, example of that. So we'll check. So here we have that box layout. So we'll check once. So generally we have seen this type of layouts and components which are used for creating the graphical user interface. So that is generally we used front end of any of application by using Java based applications. I think you all well known about this. So for what reason that we are using this? Because in this chapter we are going to create a graphical user interfaces. We are designing the graphical user interfaces by this while creating the different components over there, like whether we are creating the components, and even next to this, I think they may seen some of the components also there. So so okay, so after this we can see that, so here in this they are mentioned this uh, button, how many buttons? It's five buttons over there. So on which layout it will given, it will rise in the y-axis. So I just run this because the output which is already been seen in that. So again, so it will look like that, and it will act as a button. So if we once it will click, it will give some action so that it will displays like that. So suppose if you are using some other axis, so other than y-axis, so suppose if you are mentioned as x-axis, then how is the output? I think it will displays that. So it will displays like this, like in x-axis. Suppose even we have given two more axis, that is line axis and page axis. Even we can test it with that, how is it working. Okay, so the line axis as well as that text axis, that is page axis. Suppose if it is in line axis, so how is it there? So if it is in line axis, it also, I think it has, okay, it is mentioned like this. Okay, so what about page axis? We'll check. So whether if it is in a page axis, then how it will works. So it will gives in this. I think I just need to see how was that. So this is how it was seen that about different axis about this box layout. So almost we have seen these are all the layouts, that is border layout, flow layout, grid layout, and box layout. So how it will look like, and you can place the different components over there in this. Even if you have number of components, I think yesterday in I think yesterday's discussion in PowerPoint presentation, I displayed some of the components and different component class also there. So component is an abstract parent class of these classes, that is button, checkboxes, radio buttons, choice buttons, and list, even label. So even these things and all we already used to mention in previous example that I was explained before this session. I think in on Tuesday's session I just explained about those. what are all the components being present. I think the component is an object with a graphical representation that can be displayed on the screen and that can interact with the user, where the component class is the abstract parent of a non-menu related AWT component. So what are all the components we have? That is a button. I think from starting of the class onwards, we are used to run this only. That is how it will works. The button, and even if you want checkbox, you can import that java.awt.checkbox. In that, even if you want to post radio buttons or a choice button, you can use different classes over there, which is inbuilt in that AWT package. Okay, I think I have one more example for that. I think in yesterday's session, which I was discussed. So even we can place that title of that window. So normally in that frame, it does not mention with any title over there. So if you want to set the title of that frame, we can use to check here. Is that no audio? Abhijay, is that no audio till now? Is Abhijay? Abhijay, is there no audio till now? Abhijay, I think Abhijay is here. I think audio is working only. I think so, right? Yes, Abhijay. I think can you interact? Yes, Abhijay. Okay. I think now it was there. Uh, I think am I audible only? No. Yes, people. Others, please do react. Am I audible? Yes, I am audible only, but what happened? I think okay. So anyhow, this one. So in this different set of components, I think in last class which I was explained to you. So suppose if you want to set the title for that frame, you can use this set title method over there. So you can use so that it will set the title. So see the difference between this and this one, because here it has not mentioned with any title. So here it has mentioned with the title. So if you want to add a title, you can use this method called set title over there to setting the title of that particular frame. Okay, so I think one more example which I was shown in this uh, about this particular example which I was okay. So anyhow, you are go through this. Even you can add this set of thing with your window to create a simple component application. We use this by using different component and layout managers over that. Okay, and so how many of you have worked with this? Worked with various GUIs. Uh, I think most of the people has worked this, and I just opened this homework by today. You just check with this. Uh, Even I set in up date also within today it will complete. So you just check with this because these classes I think we are going in routine. So every class we are complete out with our objective. Like in last class I think we are covered with this, and in this class I think we are covered with different layouts and components over here. And even in previous session also I just discussed about those components also. I think you have a better idea about that. You can check with this homework whether if you are not able to understand you can ask me. uh, and in next session we are going to see about this one that is not started now. So I think before this we are just used to see all in static only. So even though if you are clicking on this button, it is not showing any of this message and all. Suppose in next which is showing it as event handling. So it will handle that what type of events which is being carried out. So that will be in next session. So generally, in these sessions that we are seeing about this one, that is how to build a GUI, that is graphical user interface, by using Java-based application. That is what, and here we are using that package called java.awt package. So before this, in Unit 2 and Unit 1, we are using some different packages. Even we have more seen about Java IO package and all. Uh, Here in this is we have seen with this one, that is java.awt package, right? So I think you just gone through the homework of this layout and component managers, as we are discussed about different layouts and components which we are discussed now. Okay, so I think we have discussed that these border layout, flow layout, grid layout, and box layout. So these four layouts I think we are seen in this session. So go and check out with that. And even we are displayed with different outputs and different axis and different alignment too. Okay, and thank you.